Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I go on a surprise, unplanned adventure. I get a text message asking if I'm free for a few days, and I meet at the secret location, and then this happens. Cue the intro. Well, I've turned up at the secret location where, of course, no one could ever figure it out, and it was literally a few messages last night saying, are you free for a few days? I've got a plan, I've got an idea, and I want you involved. And it's almost like, for me, it's actually randomly enough, I was like, well, actually, I'm just editing some videos, sorting some bits and bobs out. But I can be free. So all I got was be here around 10 o'clock in the morning for us to set off on an adventure. So knowing that the weather is going to be shockingly bad, I'm going to get soaked. I've come fully kitted, but I've literally just chucked stuff in a bag. I've not really prepared for this trip. I don't know where I'm going. But Mr. Hoppo has arrived in his sort of classic way, never late in any way whatsoever, maybe a little bit. But he's here. So the question is where are we going? Because right now, in this, it feels a bit nuts. So Hoppo, dude, how you doing, man?
How's it going, buddy?
So the question has to be, and it has to be the question, is where are we going? What are we doing?
Well, Alan, brainwaves now. Do you remember the other day on the charity trip, we were sitting in the pub,
Yeah.
the good old Chimwood,
Yeah.
and I asked you that question. Do you remember the question I asked you? What was your favourite adventure? What was your best adventure?
Yeah.
And what did you say to me? You says to me, what did you say to me?
Well, I said it.
Remember?
Yeah, I do remember. It was my first ever trip because it started my entire goal. I'd never gone away by myself.
That's right.
So I went off to Wales and it was absolutely mental. Don't tell me today, in this weather, your plan is to go to Wales.
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's 170 miles
I don't care.
to the beginning of the Brecons. It might even be further.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be A roads all the way. I mean, that's mental. I brought a spare pair of pants.
Yeah.
You just said packs. I brought one pair of pants, one pair of long johns, and one t-shirt.
Get out of it, mate.
Is that enough?
We'll make it enough.
Okay.
Can't get out. Do you remember what you always said about never giving up?
Yeah, always. Yeah,
And
always
go for
do it. Yeah,
Always go for it.
yeah.
Now we're doing it.
Okay.
We're doing it in this craziest weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freezing, and we love it just the way we like it. We're gonna do it.
Well, you heard it, didn't you? So we are going to do it. We are. I mean, I'm dressed now. I'm ready to go. And to be honest, I love adventures, and I can't say no when somebody comes up with a nuts plan, because the whole point of the channel is to do nuts things. So yeah, here we go on probably the most unplanned adventure I've ever done. But this is going to be a right giggle. Right, dude, this is it. We've just pulled off. Sat nav now changed to 160, but I guarantee we'll end up getting lost. But we're on our way, man. Full speed. Loads of power.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, man. I tell you what, I hope it stops raining already. I can feel it already starting to trickle into my boots.
Already?
Already, yeah. Have you packed survival food?
What food, sorry?
Survival food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Have you packed like nuts?
Nuts,
Biscuits?
biscuits, protein bars, sirloin steaks, anything.
Sirloin steaks.
Oh yeah. I couldn't get the fillet, sorry.
That is nuts, man. We're nuts. It's going to be funny though. So, dude, I've got to ask you the important question.
What?
So, before I went on an adventure this morning, I got the old Brute aftershave. I poured a bit on my head. I put a bit around my willy. It's kind of a bit sore and a bit stingy now. And I poured a little bit just down my bum, just to make sure that I'm 100 billion% protected. And then I got the deodorant can, a full can, and I just sprayed myself, but I had to put on a gas mask because I could hardly breathe. Now, have you done the same? Have you protected yourself?
Yes and no.
Uh-oh. Alright, what's the yes and what's the no?
Yes, as in I sprayed myself, and no, I didn't use Bruce, I used Old Spice.
Oh, you see, will Old Spice work? You've got to remember, you've got two factors now. You've got the massive appeal of the women, so Old Spice might keep them away, but but I don't think Old Spice is proven to be a sheep repellent. And potentially, going to Wales, mate, if the land of sheep, you might get ravaged by sheep.
Okay, the next pit stop, I need to go and buy some.
Well, we're about 60 miles in and we're doing eating healthy. We're not eating any kind of rubbish food whatsoever. Not at all. Just nothing but salad sticks here. Well, pit stop 1 done. 60 miles done. Thumbs are aching, but I feel better now. Obviously, it's been nothing but survival food the entire way. We've been really good. We've just had nothing but salad. I mean, you know, we're feeling healthy and fit again. Ideally, another 50 miles we'll get underneath our belts before we stop, but we'll see. We're not going to put ourselves under any pressure. And hopefully the rain won't chuck it down. It keeps threatening to absolutely pee it down, but it's stopped for a little while. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm excited. We're getting closer and closer and closer, and we've got healthy foods in our belly, so we're good to go. Well then, dude. 104 miles it's saying now. Let's hammer down this mileage. What did you have from the Big McDonald's? I mean, the healthy eating shop.
I had the organic gluten bread, meat-free, double quarter pounder with cheese meal.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just had a Big Mac meal, but it's got salad in, so it still counts as being healthy.
Exactly.
Oh yes. I can feel the power between my legs. Vibrating my balls. Bum bum, bum bum. It's going to be quite emotional for me. Going back to the first place I did my first actual solo YouTube adventure.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with doing it with me then, that's fine.
Well, obviously, 2 monkeys is its own little emotion. We'll have a little cry together later, but returning back to the place I did my first ever solo adventure is...
Symbolic, isn't it?
It's symbolic, yeah, and doing it with such a good friend is symbolic as well. I went alone last time. This time I get to share all the glory.
Yeah.
Right. Ready for the power?
Go on there.
Power!
Power!
Go, 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 go! I'm in the need for speed.
Oh yeah!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Go, go, go!
See, look, yours is quicker than mine. You haven't had as many pies. Ouch! Well, we're stopped just to have a stretch really. We've got, I don't know, about 60, 65 miles to go, something like that. It's just when you've got a rucksack on, and I've learned from my previous mistakes to sort of have it quite loose, but I'm just in that time now where I could just do with, you know, an half-hour break. But anyway, we've pulled over at the side of the road. You've got Hoppo's monkey that's almost as good as my monkey. It's very close. Are you in much pain, mate? You alright? You feeling alright?
I'm good, yeah. My bum is a little bit numb, but it's been well worth the trip, and I can't believe that was less than 60 miles away.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm looking forward to that first beer, that moment now. You're in that point of the trip where, in theory, we're like, you know, nearly 3/4 or whatever it is there. So it's that final stretch. It's not stopped raining for absolutely ages now. Batteries are getting low, but hey, we're still going. Doesn't matter about the rain. We're just going to enjoy this adventure. It's going to rain. We've already checked the weather forecast. We know it's pretty much now raining the entire time we're here. So it's just an enjoy it, embrace it, love it. Put your tongue out and collect water as you go. And you don't even need to stop for a drink. Job's a good one. But yeah, I can't wait for that first victory beer. But yeah, we're doing well. And you know, his bike's improving because it's next to mine, so it's getting a bit better every single time. What's always good. There you go, 170 miles or near to it we've just done in rain, wind. But you know what, it was alright, and I got comms going, so we got to chat away as much as possible, so it's all good. But yeah, we just checked in, and I'm going to get out of all of this and get to the bar. But yeah, anyway, I'll give you a chat in a minute. I'm knackered. So I've just done that thing of just jumping straight into the shower, because to be honest, I was a little bit cold, but you know it's like, you've been riding for hours and hours in the rain, you feel knackered. So jump in the shower and I feel refreshed, and I already feel like I'm ready for a beer, just waiting for Hoppo to do the special knock on the door to let me know that he's here, and we're going to head off to the bar. Now I tried to do that really clever thing in the hotel room, because obviously my jeans are wet, my gloves, you know what it's like, they get to that point, don't they, and they just let water in, let alone they're guaranteed to be waterproof. They just find a way of seeping in. The bottom of these are absolutely soaked, and the gloves are there. So towel rack, the good old-fashioned towel rack, whack it on full, leave it on overnight, it'll be nice and dry. And that's still cold. So more than likely, the posh hotel that we're staying in, yeah, that doesn't seem to work. So if I put wet stuff on tomorrow, I don't care. To be honest, I'm at the point now where it's like, we've made it all this way, I'm dead happy. And you got to give Hoppo his dues. He's got an open face helmet, and he's just got his snood around his face, and he's won through all that miles, all that rain. And it is literally most of the way here, it's like day one, and day one is that just get there, just get there, just get there, because you know that day two is going to be so rewarding in day three, and then day four for us is going to be just heading back again. So it's not exciting getting here, but you know what's going to happen next. But talking about that, tomorrow, well, tomorrow is going to be epic. Now we're going to do the Brecon Beacons, we're going to hopefully do the Devil's Staircase, and it's just going to be absolutely epic, raining, peeing it down or not. It is going to be epic, and I'm really hoping to pick up that kind of cinematic footage. I mean, when I first came here on the solo adventure, I literally just had like a little Tello drone, and I had like, I think I literally was on a GoPro 4 and stuff like that. That's the solo Welsh adventure, my first ever one. So to go back and film it with better cameras, better drone, and more experience, I just want to hit the cinematic stuff, because all I remember is it was breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. So we're going to have some real fun tomorrow. I'm dead excited. But right now, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to do the good old thing, go to the bar, have a couple of beers, chill out, have some food, and do a bit of editing. So tomorrow is going to be an absolutely cool day. I cannot wait. The only thing I've got left to say is, I've washed all of my brute off, so I need to get myself protected just before I go to the bar. That's what's important.